Today we're going to be reviewing how to access the Wisconsin Digital Library through the Libby Windows 10 app on the desktop. The first thing that you will need to do is you will have to have had a Libby account created and logged in already. If you have not done that already, please see our previous video on how to create an account through Libby. Once you complete that, you may return to this video for the next steps on how to access the Wisconsin Digital Library and how to download books. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to open the app on our desktop. It is going to open up to the Wisconsin Digital Library. You will see eBooks and e-audiobooks presented based off of a theme or suggested popularity in regards to materials that you may be interested in. You can click through any of those if you'd like to select them, but today we're going to look at how to browse for a book, put a book on hold, check that book out, download that book, and then read that book within the Libby app. One of the things that you can do if you wanted to narrow down your searches is if you select preferences and you open that up, you may be able to change the options available. For instance, right now the format is set to any. If we wanted to look at just audiobooks, we could select audiobooks and that would be the only thing that we would see at that time. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the upper left corner and do a search for a book. Once again, there is a more options available where we could narrow down by title, by creator. We could narrow down the author or when those books were added. And the same here. We could narrow down our format by books, audiobooks, read-along books. Right now, we're going to leave them all set at the default, and we are going to search. The search listing will pull up, and if you notice in the center, it's going to tell us that there are 23 books and 1 audiobook within the Wisconsin Digital Library collection. Several of these books may list placing a hold, or it may list borrow. A place a hold means that the book is already checked out and that while we cannot read it at this time, we can place on hold so that we'd be able to read it later. If you click on the little Libby icon next to the place hold, it will tell you how many copies are in use right now and how many people are waiting for that book. So right now, The Cat in the Hat has 3 copies in use, but there are no people waiting for that book. So we can go ahead and we can place a hold on that, and then the next time that that book becomes available, we will receive a notification that the book is available to be checked out. To place a hold, all we have to do is click on hold, and it's going to pull up and tell us that we're placing a hold. It's going to give us a list of how many loans we currently have, as well as how many holds we can have. We are limited to 10 holds as well as 10 loans at a time. I'm going to go ahead and place a hold. And now we'll be able to see that is on hold right now. We can continue browsing, or we can go ahead and we can edit that hold. I'm going to go back, however, to the upper left-hand corner so I could go back to my search because I'm still interested in more books in the Cat in the Hat theme. As I can see here, I can see my hold that I had placed on my wait list as well as my manage holds. I can also see that there is The Cat in the Hat Comes Back, which is not available right now, but I want something that is available. So I'm going to go ahead and skip all the way to one that says borrow. That means it is currently available for me to check out immediately. So I'm going to go ahead, and if I click on that borrow, it is going to open up a window very similar to the holds window, and it's going to show me what the title of the book is, and it also is going to show me how many days I'm going to check that book out for. If I'd like to change that, all I have to do is click on that, and it will give me the option of 7 days, 14 days, and 21 days. I'm going to stick with the 21 days right now. I'm going to go ahead then and click on Borrow. And right now, that book is currently downloading right to my desktop so that I'd be able to read that book. I can go ahead and I could start reading that book immediately, or I could keep browsing. If I'm using a Kindle Fire or a Kindle e-reader, I could go ahead and I could send this book to my Kindle so that I could read it there. I could also go to my shelf and see what other books I have available. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to my shelf right now. My shelf is going to show me all the books that I currently have on loan right now through the Wisconsin Digital Library. I can see that if I click on the Loans tab. If I wanted to see what I had on hold, I could go ahead and click on the Holds tab, and it's going to show me that I have the Cat in the Hat on hold. Let's say I had decided that I no longer wanted that hold anymore. I can go ahead and I can manage that hold. And I can go ahead and I can cancel it or I can edit it. I'm going to go ahead and cancel. Once again, we're going to see a similar screen just like we did when we placed a hold as well as checked out. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cancel it. And now it tells me I have nothing else on hold anymore. I'm going to go back to my shelf so that I can go ahead and read that other Cat in the Hat book that I had. I could go to the Loans tab in the upper left-hand corner, but I also have the option of being able to go directly to my shelf by going to the lower right where it says Shelf. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on that. And now I can see I'm back to my Loans tab. I would like to go ahead and read Show Me the Honey, the Step 3 book in Step Into Reading. So all I have to do is click Read Book. That book is now going to download and open. As you can see right now, there is a status bar that's going to show me where I am within my book. I can see the cover here, and if I click on the cover, it will extend out the chapters tab so that I could go ahead and I could skip through the pages, which we will do in a little bit. I will also see what pages I am on. I can also manipulate the view by going up here to the page view, and if I click on it, I will modify the pages. Right now, because the screen is blank, we cannot see anything, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to complete that again a little later. So I would like to have a full page view versus just having this 3/4 page. If I come down here towards the bottom, I can go ahead and click and expand that page. Now I can see my mouse. If I want to go ahead and turn the page forward through the book, all I have to do is take my mouse over to the right-hand side of the page and just click on it. And it's going to show me the cover and it's going to show me the second page of that book. I can go ahead and I can click again, and it's going to continue to allow me to just go through and page through that book. I also can, if I'd like, use the arrow key to move right through that book. Let's say, however, I had accidentally double-clicked and had moved too far in the book before being able to read the page before. If I move to the left-hand side of the page and click, I will go backwards through the book and I can go back and read what I had missed. I also have the option, if I come down towards the bottom of the screen here and click, to pull up those option bars again. And this is where I can see I can change my page view from viewing 2 pages at once to only viewing 1 page at once. And if I click again down at the bottom, it will pull down that option menu so that it is not obstructing my view anymore. And I could go ahead and I can page through that book once again, just like normal. I want to pull the option bar back up again, so I'm going to go down to the bottom of the page and click. And now I have the ability, if I wanted to search through that book, to find something particular in that book. And all I would have to do is type in a search word and search, and it will pull me up all the instances where that word appears in that book. All I have to do is click on it and it will take me to that page where that word is. I also have the ability to be able to bookmark a page. Let's say there is a page that I want to remember because it was particularly funny to me. I could go ahead and just click the bookmark icon and it will remember. It will set me a little icon down here at the bottom of the page to show me that it is bookmarked. I also can pull down the menu and I could go, and if I click on bookmarks, it will show me where I had bookmarked all my bookmarks. And if I click on that, it will take me right to that page. In that hamburger menu, I also have the ability to search through different chapters and hyperlink right to them. This particular book, being so short, only has the one chapter in it. I also, if I would like, can change my reading settings. I can change the text size by just scaling the text up and down till I find one that I like. I also can change the lighting of the screen so that I can find what makes it easier for me to read. They do have defaults on there so that you could have an option to choose whichever you would like on there. That is the beauty of the eBooks, is that they're quite manipulative to be able to read those books. Once you're done with that book, you can go back and you can go back to your shelf. You have the option, once you finish reading it, to be able to manage your loan. And that allows you to either renew it if there is no holds available on it, or you can return that book back to the library so that somebody else may check that out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to return it. And as you can see, it is no longer in my library. If I wanted to go back and search for more books through the library, all I need to do is come down here to the lower left and click on Library. And that is going to take me back to the search field that I originally had started in. If I click on that library again, it will take me back to the beginning screen of the Wisconsin Digital Library. I hope that helps you understand how to use the Libby app on the Windows 10 computers. The next time that we will do this, we will go through audiobooks. Thank you.